this is a mindful eating exercise to help us slow down and pay full attention to all of our senses while we're eating. And this recording can be played during the exercise, and staff should facilitate this exercise throughout to ensure the suitability for all service users involved. Before this exercise, it's helpful to play some louder, more upbeat music so that when you come to your more calming, mindful exercise, there's a marked difference. So to get ready for this exercise, everyone should wash their hands, and staff involved should get everything that you need ready. So that would be the foods that you're going to use, and speech and language therapy have suggested some adaptations for each of the suggested fruits to use throughout the mindfulness exercise, and they're listed on the screen. Please refer to the dysphagia care plan and ensure the food provided for individual service users complies with the IDSI level on the service user's care plan. For those on modified textures, you may wish to have the whole fruit for the touch and smell elements, and then the suitable IDSI level for the taste element for each service user. For those service users with an oral stage dysphagia, it's not recommended that they hold food in their mouth. So for that part of the exercise, you can just skip on through. So now we're going to start our mindful eating exercise. So this is to help us to pay full attention and give all our thought to all of our senses while we are eating. So we're thinking about how we're feeling, what we can hear, what we can see, what we can feel, what we can smell, and of course what we can taste. So now it's a good idea to switch to some calming, relaxing music. Maybe dim the lights, close the doors, try and make the environment nice and calm. We all want to relax as much as possible during this exercise. So think about your posture or how you're sitting in your chair. Try and get comfy, or as comfy as possible. Find a comfy seat, or in your seat, make yourself relaxed and change your position if you need to. Plant your feet on the ground. Do you feel relaxed? Roll your shoulders. Make sure you're nice and relaxed in your shoulders. Is your jaw or your mouth relaxed? You might need to do a stretch. Stretch your arms up in the air. Stretch your legs. Try to focus on the moment and forget about anything else around you. Try and focus on this mindful exercise. You could take a big breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And do that 2 more times. 2 more deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And then just go back to breathe normally again. So every day we eat food. We eat our breakfast, our lunch, and our dinner, our supper, our snacks and our drinks. And they have lots of ingredients and lots of different tastes. But often we just eat away. We don't notice how it tastes or looks or smells. We don't notice the texture or how it feels, because often we eat too fast and we don't appreciate our food. We don't take it in. We can be distracted by things going on around us, other people, background noise, the TV, our phones. And often again, when we're busy or in a rush, we can notice that we're anxious or stressed and we rush our food. Does that ring a bell with anyone? For some of us, when we're stressed, it can affect our eating or our appetite. It can make us go off our food and not want our food. Or sometimes we crave food that gives us comfort that maybe isn't so good for us. So mindful eating, or thinking while we're eating, teaches us that in those moments when we're really stressed or we're not getting as much enjoyment out of food, that we can slow down. We can take a pause and we can focus on that moment, and we can pay attention while we're eating and really enjoy our food much more. And this can also help us not to overeat, or not to eat too fast or eat too much. So now we're going to choose some food that you would like to eat. So I have strawberries or bananas here. You might have different options in front of you. And I want you to choose what you would like to eat now. Okay, so you've chosen your food. I want you to think about why you chose that food. What drew you to it? Notice its colour and its shape, how it feels in your hands and in your fingers. Notice any texture or bumps or lumps, and notice what size it is. How much of there is it? Is it big or small? And just focus on how it feels in your hands. Do you have any urges to eat it or smell it? Next, I want you to close your eyes and take a big sniff of the food. Smell the food. What does it smell like? Can you describe it? Does it remind you of anything? Does it bring any memory? What do you think about that food? Do you have the urge to eat it? Just resist that urge. Don't eat it right now. But think about how it's making you feel. Does it remind you of anything? Does it remind you of a person or a place? Take another big smell of the food and just focus on how it makes you feel. So now we're going to take our first bite. And with your eyes closed, I want you to take one bite. Listen to the sound that it makes as you bite. Is it soft or hard or crunchy? Just slowly chew that food. Notice that very first taste. What do you taste? Is it what you expected? Is it sweet or sour? Is it bitter? Is it salty? Is it hot or cold? Is it different than you expected? Is it sweeter or more sour? Does it taste differently as you eat slowly? Just chew that first bite, and then when you're ready, you can swallow. Okay, so now we're going to take another bite. And if you can, don't chew it this time, but hold it in your mouth. So notice what it's like to hold the food in your mouth. How much is in your mouth? How big was your bite? What's it feel like in your mouth? Notice how it feels on your tongue. Notice the texture. Is it soft or hard? Is it rough or smooth? And notice the temperature of the food. Do you feel any urge to chew it? Just notice that moment when you decide to chew, and chew it as you need to and swallow it down. Notice how it feels going down your throat, and notice what it's like just to spend this time slowing down. So now I want you to continue to eat your food a bit more normally. Just take another bite, finish off your food, or have some more if you need to. But just continue to take your time eating your fruit. Chew it really well. Notice each bite. Enjoy it. Notice all the senses. What was it like spending that time eating? Did it feel a bit odd? Maybe you already do eat slowly. Maybe that was a big change for you. I want you to try and practice all of those things at your meal times. Sometimes when we eat really fast, it can mean that we overeat. We can choke. We might eat too much. We don't notice the taste. We just want more and more. We don't take it in. It can give us a sore tummy if we eat really fast and too much, and we don't fully enjoy our food. So top tips for mindful eating would be trying to slow down, reduce your distractions, try and eat in a calm place, try and focus on your food and take time between each bite. Try to chew your food well and think about the smell of your food, the texture, how it feels, what colour it is, the sounds that it makes when you're eating it, how it tastes, what temperature it is, what memories it brings, what it makes you think of, and how it makes you feel.